Give people a second to get on here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. OG here, and I'm making this video because I streamed earlier just to show everybody what I was talking about with the terrible connection on stream, and of course a draft game. Then I told them I'm going to play Rivals Game 2 to show, because there was thoughts that maybe the first person I played was purposely lag spiking. All you do to do that literally is purposely play on a bad connection. People say, oh, well, how can we hack its console? It's very easy. You literally bog down the game. As you see here, could have easily went down 1-0 there, right? Is this connection perfect? No. But when I'm not streaming, it's way, way, way better. But that's not even the point of this video, right? There's always going to be those troll losers. The last one I happened to play, a Muslim dude. Well, how do I know? Because he came in with about 4 different accounts and about 6 different buddies. And these guys, these rat losers, were so pathetic. They were trying to race bait me or religion bait me by just saying terrible stuff, embarrassing themselves, their race, their religion, their everything, to try to just say I was racist. Now, let me tell you one thing. The main thing they were talking about is the Muslim religion, right? That's not racist, guys. If you're going to be troll losers on the internet, get it right. You can't be sitting here in the comment section saying things to try to get me to say stuff out loud to to try to cancel me or something. I mean, it's the most pathetic thing. And this all came from a rat loser that was doing everything that's wrong with this game. Everything you hear Nick talk about, Nick runs the foot market, Inception, all the guys that are respecting the community, that I respect in the community, that aren't clickbaiters, that speak the truth, that aren't worried about what EA Sports thinks, all the guys that they point out, but they never call them out in the sense that they never reach out and let people hear how big of losers they really are. Well, I do that, and I did that in this case, and it just showed what's wrong with the vast majority of the players in this game. And these aren't little kids doing this. These are grown men. I mean, just think, there's some grown man somewhere that has a Muslim name that wants people to dog on his religion, his community, based on the things that he's saying, but then he wants to, use that as a way to get them in trouble, I guess you could say, or cancel or report them. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and that's the kind of stuff that makes me say, forget this game. Who does that? The funniest thing, too, is they don't even know my race. They don't know my religion. Nobody does, right? But it doesn't matter, because it's a football game, and the reason I do this is to play football, to enjoy real football. And these losers, the same ones that are going to do the stuff I'm talking about, are the ones that are going to waste their time playing a football game and not play football. So I just wanted to show you what non-lag football looks like. When you're able to player lock, when you're able to actually left stick dribble and make a pass without 2-second delay, take a shot that immediately goes off, that doesn't delay and let your opponent move their keeper before the shot goes off. I mean, just watch my movement, watch the gameplay in this compared to that laggy nonsense you see. So I have no doubt that outside of the trolls, there's a few people with doubts maybe, right, that just don't know the game as well. If they play FC, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But I also have eFootball guys, UFL guys that might be like, well, wait a second, man, the game looks fine because it's such a fast-paced game. And I'm not really worried about them. The truth is the truth. It's just, I'd rather show something like this to show how crazy those people are that don't see the difference between the movement, between the reactions. I mean, you realize when the game's lagging, nothing that you see here can happen. I can barely connect a pass without getting the ball taken from me and countered because it's so delayed, right? Now, again, this isn't the best connection in the world, but when you watch this, you can see a clear difference. It's not even close. Just by watching for a couple minutes, a couple seconds, you can see the difference in how my movement is, right? And there's millions of people that suffer this same thing, but they're too addicted to the game. And up to this point, because I have this channel, because I want to show people what's wrong with this game, as I try to play some good give and goes. You can get a goal there, shoot it right at the goalie. But as I try to enjoy football and then try to point out these things that are making these games trash, call out these players that are ruining the game for so many, call out these losers that are so desperate, right, that are so pathetic that they're going to use, and who knows, I mean, people are so pathetic, these could be a bunch of white kids acting like they're Muslim with Muslim YouTube names, hiding behind that, and thinking it's funny to try to get people to dog on Muslim religion, dog on Middle Eastern people. It's crazy. And if they're truly Muslim people, bro, think about how embarrassed they would be if that got out, like that they were that pathetic, right? But that happens. You see it all the time. You just seen it tonight. I have no doubt that a few of those accounts were the same person, maybe all of them. But whether it's one rat or 10 rats, those guys are just a microcosm of all the losers that are combined in these games, right? Now, what does that mean for the future? Well, for one, I know most of you know that this is what's going on. I don't have to show you. But if you've seen laggy gameplay and you've seen how bad it can get, then watching this, you know that this is a total difference from when the gameplay is terrible, right? Unfortunately, for one, I can't stream when I want gameplay like this. And for two, not all gameplay is like this. And this is probably 70, 80%. I have another game I'm going to show you that I won to. That was probably about 60, 50%. But I was able to play through it. What you've seen earlier, whenever I'm streaming, it lags the game down so much, I'd say it's about 30, 40%. I can't player lock. I can't move. Everything's linear because if I try to cut or do anything, it's so delayed. The opponent just gets the ball. All I can do is pretty much spam through balls. And these rat losers are so bad that I can still stay in the game sometimes. But does that make it fun? No, because I can't even enjoy the football I want to enjoy. I mean, you're talking, I made it up to Division 3, getting off stream and playing through. Played another rat that actually beat me, and then I still just kept trucking through. Got my next 2 wins, and then boom, got 3 in a row, right up to Division 3. And even that rat, he said, I'm so-and-so. I guess he was on stream earlier. I don't know, but he said he's so-and-so. He knows me. I don't know if I played him before or beat him, but he's just another one of these rats. And that's what's going to happen when you call him out. But I don't regret it at all. Because if it wasn't for them, we could all play football no matter how bad the gameplay got. We could all play football. And yeah, you might lose because of lag, but at least it's actual skill that you're winning and losing by. It's not a bunch of players, oh, this player can't pass. I'm going to put my pressure on full. I might lose the ball 100 times, but I'll run into him, steal the ball from his defender, and run in and score. I'll win that way. Like, who cares, bro? Why do you want to win so bad that you're going to not play football? Oh, I could do what I want. Well, yeah, exactly. But doesn't mean we can't ask, like, why are you so pathetic that you would still waste your time? But because those losers are pathetic, because they don't even know, I mean, I guess that's how bad their lives are if they're going to spend time doing that. We either have to suffer through in the same community as these idiots or not play. That's unfortunately the choices we have. Now, with UFL football, you don't have this laggy nonsense. You just have bad games where players that aren't as skilled are able to be successful because it's just not a very good. They're not very good football games. They're not skill based. eFootball's all AI. UFL is all glitches, in a nutshell, right? So our only hope was FC, and unfortunately, this is what you got. But you seen there, I missed a chance. But you see the control, you see the beautiful football that can be played, even when connection is just okay. But it's so bad that even just asking for okay connection is too much because of how bad EA Sports' servers are. And then you add that to the rat losers, and boom. It's the same reason people don't like other football games and other games, period. There's too many pathetic people out there that I guess they just want to win at something. I don't know. Now, as you're watching this, if you're me, you're going, man, might as well just say forget this. I mean, if this is all I have to look forward to, this is the pinnacle, and yeah, I might whoop them. And yeah, it was fun to play some football, but this was the best. And in me seeing it and seeing the glitchiness of it still and being like happy about this is crazy, right? Because it's still not the best gameplay. But I just wanted to show how easy it is to dominate these losers, even in okay gameplay. Not that this person is one, I don't know. But if I could move like this and play like this, then those games against those rats are different. That's just facts. What I do there, what I did there, it's not possible. If I even try to dribble the ball, right, with that delay, the defender just, they come up and take it away because you're not reacting. You're delayed, right? Now that leaves one thing that EA Sports has with their football game that the other games don't have, and that's the ability to play other modes. So I put up a poll and then I forgot about it, kind of on purpose. I wanted to let it simmer, and who knows? I'm not a huge channel. I'm not trying to be. If I was, I'd be at UFL where I have the most numbers. I just want to play good football and help the people who are football lovers like me who want to enjoy good football, right? Because coaching's not the same. Going out playing Sunday league's not the same. This is just a whole different beast. It's a whole different way to enjoy football, right? And you see there at this point, I'm just having fun and messing around, and that's because I can do that in this game, right? It's insane to me that people can't see that in those lag games, or they can and they're just in denial because these rat losers don't want to, I guess, face the fact that they're not accomplishing anything, right? I mean, look at even the defense, the ability to recover. And God knows, he might even be lagged here. That's how bad the gameplay is. That's how pointless it is. If he was lagged, if he can't move, do you think I'm happy about this? No. Do you think I'd go into this game and be excited to play it knowing that I'm going against someone who can't move anyway? No, that proves nothing. It's not a competition. It's a joke. So, player career, manager career, clubs, seasons, even though seasons is kind of like this, but it's just not, you pick your team, your regular teams. It's still terrible. The EA servers still can haunt you. Clubs, they still can haunt you, right? But it's a little less serious. You're only controlling one player, right? And so it's different because it's a bunch of people, either AI and other players controlling their own player, or just you and 10 other buddies, let's say. And yeah, it's a lot of people to connect, but you're only controlling one player. It's fun. That's an option, but manager career is where I go, not player career. I don't like to just controlling the one player if it's the career thing. If it's clubs, it can be fun without a doubt. It is a whole different beast. But with manager career, you can take a team. I like to take a team all the way from the bottom and see how far I can go. That's fun. I used to follow a lot more, but I follow this type of content. I actually like watching it way better than Ultimate Team content, right? The manager mode stuff, since I wasn't playing it, was always fresh. And now that I haven't played it in years, it would still be fresh because I haven't watched it in a few years either. And then especially since starting content creating, it would be fresh for me, right? And I know there's a ton of people out there that love the manager career stuff. Building your own team, building your players, playing at a high difficulty level so the football is actually challenging, but also fun to watch. So I'm leaning towards that. We'll see. It's nothing to do what I'm doing here. It's nothing to beat these rat losers as long as the connection's not bad. And if I do lose every so often, like I did to the one dude, I'll even say his name. He's like, I'm Jose 10. Like, I'm supposed to know who that is. It's like, bro, I don't care who you are. You are garbage. And by the way, you want to know how he beat me? I was up 4-2 till the 85th minute. Next thing you know, I can't move. No idea what happened, but I could not move. Right? He ends up scoring 3, 4, and 5 from like the 87th minute on. I'm not even joking you. So, there was no skill in it. I put on a clinic on him. And so it's like, I don't know. There's never like a point to play a game that's not skill based, in my opinion, right? So if I do this same thing, let's pull this other one up. Let's pull this one up. So this one, I'm lagged out of my mind, as you see. I missed one there. I'm lagged out of my mind in this one. Yes, I see the ping. The ping doesn't matter. Okay? What matters is if it's delayed when you're playing. Because I've seen it where I have 18, 19 ping. My opponent's playing 50, 60. And I feel like I have 50 and 60 ping. So you can never just look at your ping. Right? If it's bad, of course, it's not a good thing. If the red bar, yellow bar, yes, it's not good. But you can have 18 ping. Your opponent has 50, 60, 70. And you'll feel like you have 50, 60, 70. Okay? Chat GBT it if you want to, because EA Sports isn't good about, like, obviously letting everyone know how bad their servers are. But if you dig deep, if you chat GBT or whatever you want to use, you can find the information. It literally will tell you EA Sports is known to have terrible servers, and yes, the play, because of the way their connections are, the way they do it, if a player has bad connection, right, his or her bad connection can make the game worse for you because it has to sync it or whatever. I don't know the technical terms. Again, look it up yourselves. There's all these trolls that are like, oh, you're making excuses, cap. All the big content creators might ignore it, but guess what? There's two that don't. Nick and especially Inception. They've even talked about it. So I don't know what you have to look at to see as I get lucky there, right? I know you could say, like, it was nothing like these rats scored, but for me, that's a lucky trash goal. I don't like it. I like proper build-up. I don't like stealing the ball, through-ball goal. It's like, no. Because a lot of times the player wouldn't have lost the ball there in real life. It's just either because of delay or some wonky in-game stuff. But either way, I scored. It is what it is. So, again, this is probably like 40, 50%. The last game was like 60 to 80. Right, let's just say. But I wanted to show how easy it is to still beat these players. All these guys, this dude I'm playing right here, 10 times better than those rats I was losing to when there was delay. As I was able to block a shot there. You could absolutely say that was lucky, by the way. I'm not saying you couldn't. I wasn't controlling that player. He should have actually taken a touch. And then it would have been up to me if I could have switched in time, which, by the way, I was anticipating him to take a touch. He just didn't. So you see there, see what I'm saying? I'm anticipating that. You have to time your second man press, time when you're moving, and then there, he could have scored. He's a good player, and you're going to see what happens through the game. But anyways, it's not very good gameplay, good player. Those other players I played were way worse than this, but it was just way worse gameplay. All right? I mean, you can watch it and see this. The only people who can't have to be trolls, or maybe it's just because I'm playing, so it's so easy for me to tell. I don't know. But it's just so funny when those players come and say it, because anybody who truly knows the game and knows what they're watching can see the difference between even this crappy connection game and the last game, or this crappy connection game and the even worse connection game that you saw when I was streaming. All right, if you know the game, you can see no matter what these trolls want to say. If you want to look it up, you can find it. No matter what these trolls want to say. Again, despite their nonsense they say, facts are facts, right? So, anyways, I'm leaning big time. When you look at the losers, you have to go up against half the time that you know you're better than any way that you're going to play in this nonsense when you can't move. And then you look at also the fact that the football itself just isn't even fun. Take away the nonsense games, right? And the attacking, like what football has become, how did he not score that? It's like, it's not fun anymore, right? Half the time you have to go for glitchy crap like the corner glitch. You might lose a tight game on a stupid corner glitch if you think about how dumb that is. I mean, look at this goal here, right? They definitely improved the game, but it's still trash in many ways. And that's me dogging on my goal, right? Yeah, he made a stupid pass. He shouldn't have went in that direction. But the fact that this is a lot of the times the gameplay you get, I'd much rather go play inauthentic game mode and create a career mode and play on legendary difficulty. I don't think you can, I'm almost positive you can't play ultimate, even though I give it a try, although ultimate's like almost not fun either because they're perfect. By the way, this is me telling him that he should be up in this game. This is me telling him I know that this game is trash, that those goals were trash, and hang in there because he's a good player. Because I'm not a piece of crap. I don't win lag games or win by scoring trash goals and then act like I'm good. And I don't try to waste my time not playing football. As you can see, I'm trying to play football. But those 2 goals, what can I do, right? I mean, he gave me the ball both times. That's the difference between those trash goals I scored, and the trash goals where my opponent loses the ball. But no, they know they're going to lose the ball. They're ready for it. They're ready for the delay. So they lose the ball, play a bad pass on purpose, and start sprinting straight at the defender, knowing they can get there and tackle the ball before the defender passes it. Now they're through on goal because you just stole the ball. The defender trips up a little, and boom, you're through. So they're literally kamikazing, kicking the ball forward, knowing they're just going to run into defenders and score that way, right? Which is what? It's a tackleback. I had these losers on the stream. Oh, tacklebacks don't even exist. What is a tackleback? Pretty sure they were playing dumb. I'm pretty sure they were all this one Venom rat that I played that all he did was go for tacklebacks. But nonetheless, right? That's what they do. And it gets old. So you see, finally got a good goal there, right? And I was able to keep him off the board, even though he should have scored a couple times. Crossbar hits, those are realistic, right? So even considering the nonsense goals, that's still 1-0, right? And that's how I look at the game, because I'm not a loser. I want to actually play football. There's no point to me in taking things that I can control, meaning how I play, and going for nonsense that's not football related, that's glitch related, that's something that shouldn't be in the game related. That's dumb. You choose as a player. People say, oh, well, I could play how I want. I bought the game. Yeah, you can. Doesn't change the fact that you're a freaking loser that's wasting your time playing a football simulator just to win by turning into defenders, by losing the ball and then sprinting at them because they're glitched out and they can't pass. Yo, I could play how I want. Yeah, but you're a loser. And I'm just letting you know it, whether you like it or not. So for anybody that doesn't like when I reach out to those idiots that play like that, you're the minority. Nobody likes those players because we all know that without them, it wouldn't be even close to as bad with bad gameplay. Meaning if everyone just played football and weren't looking for every glitch mechanic, every rat thing to do, the game would be way more fun. It would be much better. And it would be actually about playing football. But we're never going to get that because of these losers. So you better believe I'm going to take my time to let them know what I think about them. And make sure they know that they're still nothing. And they're clearly going nowhere. They never make it to anywhere anyway. So rather than putting up with that, I'm really leaning towards starting that career mode on Legendary. Trying to take a team from the bottom, which of course would be Gamester FC. Creating my team randomly, taking the place of the lowest English division. I think it's the second division is the lowest you can go in career mode. It might be Division 3 in here. And they might, I forget if they add a division for career mode or not. And it just goes to D2 and Ultimate Team. I can't remember. But I'm leaning towards it. It would be better football all around. It'd be exciting. It'd be fun. Creating the team, creating the kits, doing the whole thing with the community. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this gameplay, which is still not the best, but way better than it is, a lot of the times, right? That unplayable nonsense. Luckily, I don't get it that bad unless I'm streaming, but there are some players that still get that, and I still get it bad enough where I'll lose to rats that I shouldn't have lost to. I'll still lose to some of those players that do nothing but bum rush forward and try to run into you and get tackleback goals, that try to, they do that same going around the half circle and then playing to that striker and knowing you can't move, they take a touch and shoot, when normally you see what happens. You can react on those, you can block those if the player's not good, right? Or if you're just more skilled defensively. But when you can't move, it's the easiest thing in the world. And you got players that will do that over and over. They'll run down the sideline, come across in a half circle, play it to their striker at the 6, touch and shoot. And your defender's sitting there not reacting till the ball's in the damn net. Like, oh, congrats, man, that was good. That was all skill. I'm glad that's worth your time, Now, I know some stuff they can't help it, but you can tell, bro. And everybody who really knows this game, which is who I'm talking about, knows the difference. I'm not going to address the trolls with some of this stuff where right now they'd say, oh, well, what do you want them to do? It's not their fault. You know the difference. Yes, it's not their fault. The connection is what it is. You know the difference between a player choosing to play football and choosing to use the broken mechanics. That is their fault. That is a choice. They're choosing instead of passing and moving and trying to work the ball up and create real chances. They're choosing to do the nonsense that isn't even football. So yes, they can't control that. That is their fault. They are losers, and I regret it. Zero letting them know. I do regret missing that because that would have been a sick goal. But that's all I wanted to tell you and show you proof of the gameplay, how it looks when I'm not streaming. Because when I'm streaming, just like for others, it's just regular like that, the gameplay goes haywire. The gameplay goes haywire. Right? Whether people want to admit it or not, whether there's a million trolls in my chat or not, no matter what they're trying to do, stupid stuff, like this Muslim group of guys did earlier, which still blows my mind that they were dogging their own people, their own religion, to try to bait me to say this stuff. But that's the pathetic losers you're dealing with. So I'm going to consider it. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. If you're in the same boat as me, please smash that like button, man. I could use your support. It ain't easy going at these rats, so any support you could show, it would be much appreciated. And please give me your feedback. Forget this crap. Let's go play some career mode and keep this on the back burner. See if EA Sports can actually do something now that they got on the right track. But the rats showed that they just need a little bit of cheese to nibble on, and they'll stick around, if that makes sense. Right? But thank you so much for all your support. I know it's a vast majority of you that get what I'm saying, that get where I'm coming from, that understand it and that appreciate it. But for the haters, keep coming around. Your engagement matters too. Love it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Peace out.